Tonight, remembering Eric Talley, a victim of the Boulder shooting. His Colorado community came together to remember the Ball State grad who died in the line of duty.
Family responding. George Floyd's brother talks about his emotions surrounding the trial of Derek Chauvin. The latest from Minneapolis.
Biden signs a new bill. The president renewed the Paycheck Protection Program today. How small businesses can get more help.
Plus, One Muncie organization is helping people get a second chance. Tonight, how business owners can help.
And one local legend is sharing his story, the reason behind his iconic big cats. I'm Imani Butts.
And I'm Emily Harless, plus up-to-the-minute weather conditions. This is Delaware County's only live newscast.
From the heart of Ball State University, live from the Unified Media Newsroom, NewsLink Indiana starts right now.
Start tonight with a Colorado community paying their final tribute to the officer who died during last week's mass shooting at a grocery store.
A public funeral was held for Officer Eric Talley at Flatirons Community Church in Lafayette today. Talley was a Ball State alum and a father of 7. He is remembered as a brave man who loved family more than anything. Talley was one of 10 people killed when a gunman opened fire inside of the King Soopers grocery store in Boulder.
He was shot and killed as the first officer to respond to the shooting. He is the first Boulder police officer to be killed in the line of duty since 1994.
And today, George Floyd's brother said he's just now learning new details about his brother's death in the trial of former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin. Chauvin faces charges for both murder and manslaughter.
Philanese Floyd told CNN he did not know that Chauvin knelt on his brother's neck for 9 minutes and 29 seconds until the start of the trial yesterday.
It was an emotional roller coaster. To everybody else, it was a case in the cards. To me, it was my brother, somebody that I grew up with, eating with, sleeping in the same bed with, going fishing with, just watching him dance with my mother. Those are the things that I think about when I think about my brother. He was a protector. He was someone who we can go to when we were in trouble and in need of anything. Hopefully, we will get justice because we have 27 million reasons why we should get justice.
Floyd went on to slam the defense team for arguing underlying health conditions and drug use contributed to his brother's death, saying the only way justice can't be served is if Chauvin is convicted.
The Justice Department has launched a 30-day review of how to better combat hate crimes. It comes on the heels of a spike in hate crimes and incidents, especially those against the Asian American and Pacific Islander community. Attorney General Merrick Garland sent a memo to all DOJ employees today listing 8 items he wants the department to review and consider. 2 areas targeted for improvement are tracking of reported hate crimes that might violate federal law and enhancing the available tools to respond to hate crimes.
Nearly 3 months after the deadly January 6th insurrection at the U.S. Capitol, news details surfacing about the 14,000 hours of surveillance footage of the attack and what was done with that video.
All this as the mother of one of the injured police officers is breaking her silence. CNN's Karen Kafa has more.
New court filings shining new light onto the actions taken by Capitol Police following the deadly insurrection attack in the U.S. Capitol. A new sworn affidavit revealing U.S. Capitol Police shared 14,000 hours of surveillance videos with lawmakers investigating the incident. The footage was recorded between 12 and 8 p.m. on January 6th. Numerous clips were also given to the House impeachment managers. The filing is a rare glimpse of the extent of Capitol Police Department's cooperation with lawmakers during the attack. Meanwhile, outrage targeted at former President Trump, who last week said there was zero threat at the Capitol, from the mother of one of the D.C. police officers who was brutally attacked while defending the Capitol.
Where was the outrage from other people who were there, from congressmen who were there?
Terry Fanone says her son Michael was stun-gunned several times and beaten with a flagpole. She says she and her family are outraged by Trump's claim that his supporters were hugging and kissing officers during the riot.
How dare you take advantage of these people who were defending and fighting for their lives.
She says her son suffered a heart attack in the incident and is now dealing with a traumatic brain injury and PTSD. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
President Biden signed the PPP Extension Act into law today. The bill extends the government's Paycheck Protection Program, which was set to expire tomorrow. The program offers loans to business owners for use for expenses. But if the business spends at least 60% of the loan on payroll expenses, they can apply for loan to be forgiven. This is supposed to encourage small businesses to keep employees on their payroll during the pandemic. The bill will extend the loan application deadline to May 31st. According to CNN, there are still billions of dollars allocated to the program that have not yet been touched.
And moving more locally, a newly started organization in Muncie is helping people when they get out of jail. NewsLink Indiana's Tara Konieczny tells us how they need help.
A Muncie Sheriff's Deputy, Kenny West, is doing more for people than just putting them behind bars. He, along with others, started a program to put convicted felons on the right path when they get out of jail.
What's happening is fathers going to jail, the kids is going to jail, the grandkids going to jail.
This is the cycle West tells me he's seen for generations in Muncie. West says in Delaware County, 88% of male absence are in the homes due to incarceration. They want to connect with convicted felons after release to mentor them in fatherhood and get them a job in the community.
These individuals will go through a screening process. These individuals will qualify for the Work Opportunity Tax Credit and federal bonding. And they'll also be provided follow-up and mentoring and monitoring.
Second Chance Dads needs help with finding partnerships in the community to hire convicted felons.
When you help people like that in our community, that you are the biggest hero. You're the one that is able to change a life.
Second Chance Dads has already partnered with some local businesses like Midwest Metal Productions and Surge Staffing.
They're taking a chance on someone who's learned from their mistakes, as opposed to hiring somebody who's made mistakes but never learned from them.
Second Chance Dads has already got the opportunity to help over 20 convicted felons. West and Bush say watching them be successful is all worth it.
When I see that father and that kid, and he's making it, see, that's my paycheck.
But I think just even a few victories is enough for us to say that it's successful.
In Muncie, Tara Konieczny, NewsLink, Indiana.
If you are a business willing to partner with the Second Chance Dads, you can go to their website, secondchancedads.com. And moving over to weather, it was a very, very nice day outside, kind of the first kind of really warm day we've had after a kind of dip in the weather there.
Yeah, but it was extremely windy. I almost blew away while I was walking to class.
It was. Hope, what can you tell us about that wind?
Yeah, those temperatures are sticking around in the upper 60s and upper 60s for most of the area. 69 here in Muncie, 60 over in Lafayette, dropping down into the 50s over in Indianapolis. And the wind is in part of this next system that is pushing into our area. You can see rain showers starting to build, and on the backside of this system is a cold front, and we will be tracking that rain showers going into our forecast and the cooler end of the week, but a warm-up on the way for this weekend.
All right, thanks, Hope. A ship that blocked world trade has become unstuck, but traffic is still not back to normal.
Plus, one man using his front lawn as a memorial. All this and more after the break.
Riding the bus is an easy thing to do. Last year, we carried 60,000 riders from the Ball State area. 50,000 of those were students. Anywhere you want to go, MITS will take you there.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. An update to a story we first brought to you yesterday. The Suez Canal saw more than 100 ships pass through the waterway today after traffic resumed following the release of a grounded container ship. But the backlog of ships hasn't cleared yet. Experts say it could be weeks until traffic is back to normal. Data from shipping expert Lloyd Liss suggests that nearly $10 billion worth of goods was disrupted each day that the canal was blocked. Now experts are saying the delay in shipping will impact cost and delivery time for weeks to come.
There's going to be a global disruption in the supply of goods, not immediately, but a few weeks from now. That cargo is not being offloaded. It's not being put on trucks and rail for distribution throughout Europe and England, and it's not being cross-loaded onto vessels sailing to other ports.
And back on land, Google Maps won't be directing you with the fastest way to your destination anymore. The company says instead, the navigation algorithm will soon automatically select the most fuel-efficient route. It will consider things like inclines and congestion to help you reduce your environmental impact. Google said it will automatically select a green route when the arrival time is similar. But if the green path is much longer, the app will give you a choice. The change will take place later this year.
And if you've ever taken a drive down Tillotson Avenue, you may have noticed a lawn with a few big cats.
NewsLink Indiana's Alex Almanza sat down with one Air Force veteran to learn more about this possum attraction.
When you drive down Tillotson Avenue in Muncie, you might come across some furry friends. But don't worry, they're not after their next meal. These are retired Air Force veteran William Hutcherson's lawn decorations, a roadside attraction known by practically everyone in Muncie.
Anytime I say the home of the cats, it seems like everybody knows the home of the cats.
But these cats are more than just decorations. When Hutcherson was discharged from the Air Force because of a disability, he wanted something to commemorate those who paid the ultimate sacrifice for our country.
I remember figurines, and that's the first thing that came to my mind.
Each big cat carries different meanings and representations, family members, fallen soldiers, and even life lessons. One of those lessons, kindness to all, something Hutcherson reflects on in his time as a soldier.
I went into this cafe, just to get me something to eat. I like to get a Coke, and he said, "Can't you read that sign? No color people." I said, "Wait a minute, hey, I'm wearing the uniform."
Nowadays, you can find Hutcherson tending to his statues, repainting them every once in a while, and leaving a reminder in memory of those keeping us free. In Muncie, Alex Almanza, NewsLink Indiana.
Team USA athletes will be allowed to hold up a fist or kneel during the national anthem.
The U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee outlined demonstrations allowed during all future trial events. In addition to holding up a fist or kneeling, athletes will be allowed to wear garments promoting racial and social justice. The committee says they can express themselves without fear of sanction.
And these guidelines do not actually apply to the Paralympic Games, only in the trials. The International Olympic Committee has a rule that bans gestures of a political nature.
And speaking of summer 2020 Olympic Games, will we be getting any summer weather anytime soon, Hope?
Unfortunately, there is a big drop-off coming up. Taking a look at the current radar, we can see that cold front starting to push its way into the area. I have all of that and more coming up after the break. Stay tuned.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud.
Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Emotes say a lot, but they can't say it all. Think your guildmate is struggling? Try these dialogue options. Go beyond emotes. Check in with your guildmates at seizetheawkward.org.
Every day,
millions of people are connecting
and even though we're overcoming obstacles,
watching each other's backs,
and banding together,
we should still make an effort.
We should still make an effort
to get to know each other
on a deeper level. Father,
cosplayer,
mentor,
actor.
It's time we take a step forward.
It's time we take a step forward.
Come together
and discover
how accepting our differences
can make us stronger.
Welcome back. Now, I'm not sure if I wore blue today for the rain or the cooler temperatures on the way. And taking a look at the radar right now, we can really start to see these showers pushing its way into the area. And spanning out, we can see it in full detail, and a cold front on the backside of the storm, bringing us cooler temperatures later on into the week. And timing out those rain chances on Precision Cast, we can see that they started to move into our area, and they will continue to push in the next hour, becoming more widespread. But going through the early evening, we can see, or early morning, we can see that they start to become more scattered, and the cold front pushes through, and by your morning commute, we can see that it has pushed out of our area, leaving behind mostly cloudy skies, but then clearing skies throughout most of the day. And as we take a look now at how much rain we're expected to see, about a ½ an inch here in Muncie, a little bit less up in Marion at 3/10 of an inch of rain. And taking a look at our almanac, today's high was 73 degrees, and that's about 20 degrees above our average high of 55 degrees, a record high set in 1998 of 80 degrees. So we didn't quite reach that, but it did feel really nice out today, and it continues to feel nice right now, sitting at 69 degrees here in Muncie, dropping into the 50s in Indianapolis due to that cold front starting to push its way into our area. And we can see from the past 24 hours that this we're 15 degrees difference warmer than yesterday, but that cold front again is starting to push its way into our area. And as we look across the next 12 hours, sitting at 61 degrees at 10 p.m., but you can see those temperatures really starting to drop off. And by your morning commute, we're sitting at 42 degrees. And that's the trend going into tonight as those temperatures do start to drop off with those rain showers. A low of 40 degrees tonight. Those winds sticking around, coming out of the south-southwest at 10 to 20 miles an hour. Gusts even up to 30, and as we head into the day tomorrow, those winds stick around, but transitioning out of the northwest at 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusts up to 25. Your high for the day is at 47 degrees with mostly cloudy skies, so a big drop off. But looking at the next 5 days, we can see a roller coaster trend as we plummet down to 47 degrees, coming from 73 degrees today, dropping down to 39 on Thursday, but then again going back up into the 60s for Saturday and Sunday. And looking at the next 7 days on our mid-7-day forecast, we can see plenty of sunshine for Wednesday, Thursday, and going into the weekend, but those highs dropping down for Thursday and Friday, but on Saturday and Sunday bouncing back up into the 60s, and Monday and Tuesday hitting the 70s once again.
Look, I am tired of experiencing all of these seasons in 1 week.
All the roller coaster weathers, like you were saying in your forecast, done with it.
Yeah, but I cannot wait for this weekend because those 60s showing up once again. But as you said, I am not looking forward to tomorrow's high of 47 and then Thursday's high of 39.
Yeah, but I am excited for Easter weekend. I'm going home, so hopefully I'll be able to be outside with my family a little bit.
Yeah, high of 69 degrees and plenty of sunshine. So compared to last year, you can wear your summer dress or spring dresses if you would like for your Easter.
Yeah, Easter activities. Perfect. Yeah. Well, thank you, Hope. And now we're going to take it over to Anthony with an update on sports.
The Ball State golf team seeing success at the Kraft Arms Intercollegiate
Plus, in a strange spring soccer season, Ball State still has their eyes set on the MAC championship.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to theshelterpetproject.org and meet if you are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to theshelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Problems. The ones nobody talks about at cocktail parties. We go looking for them. No matter the obstacles, no matter the odds, we surround a community's most critical problems, and we fight. United Way fights for the health, education, and financial stability of every person in every community. Will you?
It doesn't take a scientist to cure hunger or a fancy economist to create safe housing. It takes imagination, creativity, sweat equity. And I think of kids going to school hungry. Hunger, homelessness. In this land of plenty, seriously? Come on, we could fix this. Help out, or don't. The choice is yours.
Weeknights, NewsLink Indiana brings you the news before you go to bed.
But Friday mornings, you're waking up with Cardinal weather. We've got the latest news headlines.
Freezing temperatures have set in all the way down in Louisiana.
One man dead after flooding in Venice, Italy.
Up to the minute weather conditions.
Cold temperatures are the story this morning.
And of course, lots of fun.
It is not funny.
On earth is happening there?
I feel sorry for the little guy.
I've got my socks on. Annie with her curly hair, which is actually never curly. Join us Friday mornings at 8 on Facebook Live.
Battles with sports. Usually soccer is in the fall, but in a COVID year, sometimes you never know what you'll get. NewsLink Indiana's Blake Dallier tells us how the change in season doesn't necessarily mean a change in their goal.
This year you got to win out to be tough.
It's not the fancy footwork or anything more than the fundamentals. Ball State has one goal in mind, a MAC championship at the end of the season.
We've got to do our best to win out. We got 4 more games and put ourselves in the best position to get to that championship game.
MAC championships aren't new to Ball State. Just look at the 2019 Women's Volleyball Conference title or football winning this fall.
Coach New and the football team did a great job of kind of setting the standard for the rest of the group, and so I think it's something we definitely look at and say, hey, if they can do it, why can't we?
That'd be pretty huge to be like 2 teams win MAC. Puts Ball State right up there as one of the best teams in the MAC.
Whether it's American or European football, the Cardinals don't want just one title or the other. They want both.
Oh, it'd be huge if we do get the MAC championship because we'll be the first soccer team to win the MAC and then go to the NCAA. Like that's been the aim since my freshman year.
In a year of firsts, Ball State wants its first tournament title. Taking the regular season titles in 2006, 2007, 2015, and 2016, the next step would be a leap to the NCAA tournament.
That would be great. I mean, we're always chasing that championship. It's always been that elusive tournament title that we haven't had. So I think that'd be a great win.
As if a COVID season couldn't get any crazier, Ball State has the chance to win 2 titles in the same year with a win this spring. If the season goes back to the fall as expected, soccer will have 2 seasons right in a row.
I think we have a really good chance this year because we're leading the way right now, so we'll get the chance in the final, hopefully, if we win.
High hopes to put Ball State soccer back on the map. In Muncie, Blake Dallier, NewsLink, Indiana.
The Cardinals will take to the road heading to Toledo tomorrow. Kickoff will be at 1 o'clock. And swinging it over to the women's golf with senior star Liz Kim. Liz has been playing sensational golf lately, and she keeps it going with another top 25 finish. Liz got off to a great start shooting a 72, which placed her in the top 10 after day 1. After the last 2 rounds, she posted a total score of 224 to give her a tie for 17th. Leading the team to a 9th place finish in the Colonial Classic down in Richmond, Kentucky, gives the team just what they needed before the MAC championship. And staying on the course with the men's golf team in Gulf Shores, Alabama, a strong finish for senior C.J. Jones gives the team a huge boost that jumped them into a tie for 5th place in the Kraft Farms Intercollegiate. C.J. shot a 71, which included 5 birdies and brought his total score to 219. which put him at 3 over for the tournament. The team posted a total score of 882 that tied them with Texas State. The Cardinals look to stay hot on their busy schedule and play this weekend in the Hoosier Invitational. And moving on now, checking in with our NewsLink Bracket Challenge. Holding the top spot, representing the sports department, well, Darius Black. In second place, digital content manager Emily Harless, followed by sports director Shaken Blake Dahlir in third. In fourth place, Natasha Leland, and rounding out our top 5 is Logan Salzbrenner.
I mean, hey, I'm number 2, y'all. I'm so excited. I wasn't in the top 5 last week. I was like number 11. And then come these past 2 days games.
We don't care.
I'm up. Oh, okay.
Look, I moved up. I used to be in 17th place, but after the Zags just won, that moved me up to 13th. That knocked you down to 15th.
Oh,
and
wow.
Your graphic was a little inaccurate. Now after the Zags won, that moved Tyler Brummett up to 5th, so that knocked him out.
I know he was very upset about that before we started the show tonight. He was very upset. He goes out of the top 5 because somehow he's been in it this entire time, which I don't understand.
All right, thank you, Anthony.
Yep.
We'll take a look at what's trending after the break.
And a final look at weather. Stay with us.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go. Never gonna let
Thank you.
No problem.
Just like the rules to surviving Zombieland, there are steps you can take to be prepared for an emergency.
It's the right thing to do.
Talk with your family to make a plan. Look for safe areas to meet up if separated. And stock up on supplies. It's never too early to get prepared, so start now.
Right now?
Right now. You can't predict emergencies, but you can be ready.
You're welcome, America.
Visit ready.gov today to learn more.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back. Time for us to take a look at what's trending.
Joining us now is NewsLink Indiana's Kara Porzuchek. Kara, what do you have for us today?
I have some sad news about Nick Jonas. Nick Jonas is out at The Voice, and his replacement won't be Gwen Stefani. Instead, the chair is going to Ariana Grande. The 27-year-old singer announced on Twitter she's taking the 4th judge's seat next season. The Grammy Award winner will join mainstays Kelly Clarkson, John Legend, and Blake Shelton for season 21. Next, get ready for more Game of Thrones. According to The Hollywood Reporter, a Game of Thrones stage play is now in the works. Author George R. Martin said he is developing a live stage show for Broadway, London, West End, and Australia. The reporter also said many of the iconic characters from the HBO series will be included in the play. Martin is the inspiration behind a team of producers who hope the show will make its debut in 2023.
Well, thank you, Kara. Let's take a final look at weather, Hope.
We're on a temperature roller coaster heading into the 30s for Thursday and warming up again once again this weekend up into the 60s. Monday and Tuesday reaching the 70s, but clouds return and a slight rain chance on Tuesday.
All right, well, we are definitely looking forward to that warmer weather come this next weekend. But that is all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to join us again tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page.
And for news anytime, anywhere, go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night, everyone.